knows what a man needs.
And so they're trying to turn out young boys. That's the only thing that really excites them, is watching the look in your eyes when you have to.
So you know, guys, that there's never smoke without a fire. So it seems like Jada Pinkett Smith just added the entire gallon of oil to the fire to make the rumors about her husband will sparkle even brighter. I mean, everyone already knows how unconventional this family is, but I never expected Japa to talk so openly about Will's intimate adventures with men.
It's a situation that I consider private.
You just feel like it ain't really nobody's business. Yeah.
But hi, everyone, and welcome back to Celeb Live Channel. It feels like Jada Pinkett Smith is the man of this household because she decides what part of the Smiths' private life should become public. And apparently, since her entanglements with young singers are no longer interesting, she decided to spill the beans on her husband's affairs. So, guys, prepare yourself for a ride because it's been rumored that Will is fruity since the dawn of time, and most precisely since that infamous episode on the set of his movie Sex Degree of Separation. If there's anything fake about Will Smith, it's this scene where he pretends to kiss another man, while in reality, he refused to do the real kissing. And by refusing to follow the script, he immediately unwanted attention of the public, and people were saying that Will is hiding his intimate preferences from the world because it's not like he ever had a problem with kissing a female co-star. In an unfortunate turn of events for Will, Jada is probably being bored with lack of attention drawn to their family these days, so she decided to create more buzz for herself by sharing the list of her husband's intimate victories. And it's not like this is the fifth time she's doing something against his will.
We're going through a very difficult time.
Yeah.
And we decided...
I was done with your ass.
Yeah, you kicked me to the curb.
I was done with you.
Yeah.
And it looks like Jada Pinkett Smith was not the only one who was in a relationship with another man during her marriage with Will Smith. Speculations have arisen that Will was also having an affair with multiple men, and even more, it seems like he shared every single detail of his intimate adventures with his bro and partner Jada. So now she has a huge collection of stories and names associated with Will's affairs. For example, it's been long speculated Will is having a fling with his longtime friend Dwayne Martin. According to Jada, Will and Dwayne have taken one too many vacations together that include trips to Sin City, Las Vegas, Miami, and supposedly a private cruise in Trinidad while their wives stayed at home.
Marriages have that, though. Marriages have that.
Yeah, we basically, we broke up.
So it's no wonder that Tisha Campbell, Dwayne's then wife, couldn't tolerate sharing her man with another person, and she filed for divorce after more than 20 years of marriage, citing irreconcilable differences in her filing. Of course, it was hard to watch Will vacating with Dwayne all the time, but this is totally okay for the Smiths, who have been shocking the industry with the absolute immodest and sometimes borderline inappropriate and cringy behavior. Like Will trying to kiss his son on the mouth, and mind me, it didn't look like an innocent perk.
You're allowed to kiss my son.
I
can kiss my son. Jaden, come on.
But this pales in comparison with what's happening behind the closed doors of Will and Jada's house, and as it was being revealed many times, this couple is famous in the inner circles of the show business for throwing extravagant parties, and it seems like these gatherings are always full of young male artists. As it was confirmed by Jaguar Wright, who is now mostly known for spilling the inconvenient truth about celebs, some insiders witnessed young men leaving the Smiths' residence in a state of distress.
They're both bisexual, they do weird things in their house, and young men have left their house.
Well, it's not a surprise that Jada has a taste for young men, if you remember her affair with singer Alsina, who was initially her son, Jaden's friend, and is 21 years younger than her. But it seems like Will and Jada share this taste for young male bodies because, as Jaguar stated, nothing can replace the late two-pack for Jada, and she got married to Will only to play a role of a bearded wife. And if you open the comments on social media, you'll notice that fans are kinda not shocked by this. As one person commented, I'm sure Will and Jada sleep in separate rooms, probably live in separate quatrays. They live in a huge house where they don't have to see each other, just have to show appearances. And another user added, Will has some screws loose, or too tight or missing some. He don't live in reality. Something wrong with him. And it may seem quite a logical explanation because despite multiple controversies, cheating, and rumors, this couple remains one of the longest marriages in the show business. Apparently, their partnership works perfectly for both of them. And while Jada enjoys her liberty by sleeping with men and women, Will is doing whatever he wants behind the closed doors with his friends.
The Martins. Then they switched over from the Martins to Mark Anthony and Jennifer Lopez.
Well, apparently, Jada never minded a good party. But what she wasn't ready to forgive her husband is a betrayal. So she made it clear that anyone Will was planning to sleep with shouldn't become his permanent partner. Many people suspect that Jada is afraid that Will may eventually leave her because his reputation of a family man is kinda in ruins, and the current world is more tolerant to any forms of love, as long as it's consensual and legal. So when Will got too cozy with Dwayne during the week of their vacation in Trinidad, she panicked. Insiders claim that Jada has always seen Duane as a threat to her marriage, and the more time Will was spending with his bro and away from his wife, the more he believed that it's time to end this fake union and live freely. And this is not these two had agreed on.
Which is one of the subjects that you discussed.
Yes.
And I would imagine that, not only uncomfortable for him, but probably uncomfortable for you, too.
Yes.
Jada has always been a possessive woman, and apparently, she doesn't want to lose her position as a wife of an Oscar-winning actor. And though she allows her husband to participate in multiple affairs, she doesn't want him to get real close to any of his occasional partners, but it happened with Duane during their bromance getaways. As one insider who witnessed the actors during one of these trips claimed, after hitting drink, where Will wasn't wearing his wedding ring, he moved on to local Hot Pot 50, 1 degrees, where he and his male pals partied until roughly 4 a.m. The next day, he enjoyed a private boat cruise with actor Duane Martin and dined with him at Chod Restaurant that night. Well, Jada managed to isolate Duane because after Will stopped going on vacays with him, he indulged in the series of affairs with numerous men, probably trying to forget Martin, and it has recently came to the spotlight that this is exactly how Will ended up joining Diddy's camp of flavors, which was also revealed by Jaguar.
I'm saying that because of the artist that I just spoke to not that long ago that got invited to a party at their house. Everything was cool up front till they went to the back.
If Will and Jada try to keep their parties low-key, well, you know that Diddy parties like a king and the rumors about his expensive shenanigans have been speculating for decades. And people who are working during these evenings as chef and waiters and DJs, they sign non-disclosure agreements, considering the insane level of creepy things going on behind the closed doors. It sounds strange that Jada prefers her husband to rather participate in these creepy parties for men than have one long-time affair with the person Will knows, but maybe she's just gathering intel on her husband, which she may leak to the media for a nice sum if something goes wrong between her and Will. However, it's not like anyone is going to be shocked because, in fact, many other people already admitted that Will Smith is into men.
Will Smith is bisexual and that they do this, and that, and the other thing.
And it seems like Will tries to cover all the traces of his true identity and stop the talk about his intimate relationships with men from circulating. That's why the actor keeps low profile and refuses to participate in numerous red carpet events. Unlike Jada, the actor realized the price of this talk because even the slightest proof can permanently damage his image as a family man and a nice guy we all know.
Social media presence is my bread and butter, okay? So you can't just use me for social media and not,
Now, many fans say that Jada simply knows too much about Will and anytime. She is ready to leak the proof about the actor's secret life, and it seems like she wouldn't be limiting herself because of her fear to lose everything if Will falls in love with another man and decides to live her.
Because once my ego kicks in, we in trouble. Right. Because that Jada, baby, she ain't cute.
I guess Will has chosen a wrong person to partner with because Jada wouldn't think twice before leaking the proof to the press and making money on her husband's shady secrets. Many fans are concerned about the actor because no one actually minds him sleeping with whoever he wants, but him staying trapped in this suffocating marriage seems like another story. As one person wrote, I think Will has always been one to bow to a woman. He likes to portray the tough, manly man role, but everybody sees different. Now, he's just looking a fool with her leading him around. And another user's comment was way more emotional. She is nuts. She is the man in the relationship, period. Well, one thing is true, that this family's dynamics is far from being conventional or boring. After all, they always give us a reason to discuss their crazy marriage. And what do you reckon? Is Will sleeping with men because he's unsatisfied with his intimate life with Jada? Or is their marriage just a facade? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I'm eager to know what you're thinking. And in the meantime, check my other videos about the crazy allegations about Will Smith's intimate life. It seems like Jada is telling the truth. Well, that's all for today. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned, and I promise to be back very soon